Hello everyone. Today's topic is movement disorder, that is Huntington's disease, or it is also called as a chorea. Before starting the topic, I would like to tell you that if you like this video channel, then please like, share and subscribe this video channel. Now we start with the definition. Huntington's disease is a chronic genetic progressive neurodegenerative disorder characterized by involuntary muscle movements, then deterioration of cognitive process and memory, that is dementia. It is caused by degeneration of cerebral cortex and basal ganglia. You can see cerebral cortex and basal ganglia in a figure. Now causes includes, it is caused by single defective gene on chromosome 4. This lead to damage of nerve cells in areas of brain including the basal ganglia and cerebral cortex. This leads to gradual onset of physical, mental and emotional changes transmitted as an autosomal dominant genetic disorder. Mainly occur between 25 to 55 years of age. Now, pathophysiology includes due to hereditary effect, single defective gene on chromosome 4 is there, then the damage of nerve cells in cerebral cortex and basal ganglia occur, then loss of cell in cortex, it results in cognitive and memory problems. Then loss of cells in basal ganglia cause movement problem, so cell destruction result in neurotransmitter alteration. So after that chorea occur, it is a jerky involuntary movement in a person. Now clinical manifestations in that early symptoms includes mild tremor, lack of concentration, irritability, then short-term memory problem, mood changes and depression. Then late symptoms fall into three categories: movement problems, cognitive problems and psychiatric or mental problems. Now first one is the movement problems. The movement disorders associated with Huntington's disease can include both involuntary movement problems and impairments in voluntary movements such as involuntary jerking or biting movements, that is chorea, then muscle problems such as the rigidity or muscle contracture, dystonia, then slow or abnormal eye movements, then impaired gait, posture and balance, and difficulty with the physical production of speech or swallowing. You can see in a figure movement problems in a child. Then cognitive problems. Cognitive impairments often associated with Huntington's disease include difficulty in organizing, prioritizing or focusing on task, then lack of flexibility or the tendency to get stuck on a thought, behavior or action, the lack of impulse control that can result in outburst, acting without thinking, then lack of awareness of one's own behaviors and abilities, then slowness in processing thoughts or finding words, then difficulty in learning new information. Then psychiatric or mental problems, in that the most common psychiatric disorder associated with Huntington's disease is depression. Signs and symptoms may include feeling of irritability, sadness or apathy, then social withdrawal from activity, then insomnia, fatigue and loss of energy, frequent thoughts of death, dying or suicide, then loss of memory and personality changes. Now, diagnostic evaluation includes neurological examination, then CT scan and MRI. MRI, that is magnetic resonance imaging studies, then EEG, electroencephalography, then PET scan, positron emission tomography, then genetic counseling and testing. Now, management for Huntington's disease includes there is no cure treatment focused on minimizing the symptoms in a patient. Then other is the tetrabenazine is specifically approved by to suppress the involuntary jerking and writhing movements, that is chorea associated with Huntington's disease. Then antipsychotic drugs such as haloperidol and chlorpromazine have a side effect of suppressing movements, therefore they may be beneficial in treating the chorea. Then other is the antidepressant for emotional disturbances, then anti-Parkinsonism such as levodopa for muscle movement, then diazepam for anxiety and mood swings, then mood stabilizing drugs. Then rehabilitation for a patient with chorea includes psychotherapy, speech therapy, physical therapy and occupational therapy. Then nursing care or home care for Huntington's disease includes managing Huntington's disease is demanding on the person with the disorder, family members and other in-home caregivers. As the disease progresses, the person will become more dependent on caregivers. Work towards creating a calm, stress-free environment. Then allow extra time for comprehension, response and completion of a task. Then encourage independence, offer assistance but do not take over the activity of a patient. Then other is the avoid confrontation by distracting attention. Then encourage choice and alternatives. Then allow considered risk taking. Then be specific when giving time limits. Keep your promise. Then positive reinforcement, in that avoid criticism and praise achievements. Then invest your time with the patient. Then relaxation techniques. Then use divisional activities and medication. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स। अगर इस वीडियो के बारे में कोई भी कमेंट हो तो प्लीज़ कमेंट बॉक्स में जाके कमेंट करें।